Why do so many Muslims not eat pork, but do many other things considered haram? It's one of those rules that is super easy to follow and you don't feel like you're missing out on. Much so it's one of the things you can do for religious credit points or making your parents feel that you're still making some effort to adhere to your religious upbringing. Sometimes you see people bargaining like, well, I did drink, but I didn't eat pork, so it evened that out. And I can still enjoy doing something I'm not supposed to by adhering still to some rules. Also, you get cafeteria religious people where they look at the religion's rules, traditions, and teachings and just pick and choose what they actually want to adhere to while skipping over the parts they don't like. Just religious people picking and choosing what laws to follow, as they do. As a Muslim, I have heard the term halal-haram ratio. So basically, it's about what your level of religion is. Some people are very pious that they wake up in the middle of the night to pray. Tahajjud not compulsory but seen as an ultra-huge good deed. Fast twice every week. Don't look or interact inappropriately with the opposite gender. There are some people who think music is haram as well. Now the big no in most religions, like drinking, extramarital sex, etc., are stuff that a liberal follower seems to blur the lines. Why? That's the level he is in. The same way, I know Muslims who listen to music and interact platonically with the opposite gender, even have friends of the opposite gender. Another level. Now, as a practicing Muslim, we aren't really allowed to judge anyone's level. That's God's duty basically, but the goal is to get better, no matter what level you are. Also, I find that if you're a second or third generation Muslim, inherited the religion, then you tend to wing the religion than, say, someone who converted to the religion. This feels very ramblish, I know, but DM me if you need more explanation. I have a Muslim friend who gets drunk every weekend and sleeps around like crazy. But if he accidentally eats pork, it ruins his month. What's the deal there? I don't feel like I can ask him without being disrespectful. Most reasonable people will answer a genuine question. Ask him, because only he can answer questions about his personal faith. But, like every religion, different people follow it to different levels of strictness. And different people interpret their faith differently. There's a book out there called A Year of Living Biblically, where a guy tries to literally follow all the rules of Christianity. It's nuts. Everyone cherry picks. Everyone is a hypocrite. No one likes to talk about it. It's kind of hard to make sense of it when you don't believe in any of it. Religion is inherently irrational. We can't expect the people involved to have rational reasons. People are inconsistent, picking what suits them best. E.g., every horrendously racist Christian. They don't cheat on the pork rule because they don't enjoy pork. They never developed a taste for it, so it's not something they miss or want. No sex and alcohol, on the other hand. Well, it's obvious the motivation to cheat on those. They don't only see it as haram but also dirty. I am an ex-Muslim and I still won't eat pork because I became so indoctrinated that I don't even want to try it, even though it is perfectly fine to eat. It's like not eating some weird Asian food because you think it is disgusting, but it is probably fine because they all eat it. Lots of people don't follow all the rules of their religion. Like Christians aren't supposed to wear mixed fabrics for whatever reason, but pretty sure 99% of them wear something with a polyester blend in it. Religious people love to pick the easiest thing to not do and hyperfixate on that. Like how cishet Christians are obsessed about queerness. How easy is it to not be queer if you aren't queer? As far as things go, not eating pork is pretty easy to accomplish. So that's why he picks that one to fixate on. I'm not Muslim, but I am Jewishish. I'm not religiously observant and am aggressively agnostic. But I was raised loosely observant. No one in my entire extended family keeps kosher. But most of us don't eat pork. It wasn't part of my diet growing up. Mostly because it wasn't part of my parents' diets when they were growing up. And so on. Does it make any logical sense? Nah. But it's a cultural thing much more than a religious thing. Pork is particularly taboo, so we don't eat it. My father's deadly allergic to pineapple. Growing up, we never had pineapple. I don't know how to make any pineapple dishes. Now that I'm living alone, I've eaten pineapple a few times, but I still think the taste will take a long time to get used to. And it's never gonna become a habit or staple because I've been so used to a pineapple-free diet. I imagine even if their God come down tomorrow and say that pork isn't bad anymore, Muslims would still not able to eat pork for a long time out of habit and a lack of dishes to make. I know plenty of Muslims who cheat, have premarital sex, and drink alcohol. Granted, those are Turks. But the reason is obvious. They're human. It's what we do. I think all these answers are missing the point. If you don't grow up eating a food, it's unlikely it will ever seem appealing to you. Aversion is pretty strong when it comes to diet. It's what kept our ancestors from dying. Same reason. Bugs, dog, horse, emu, durian, tripe, pig's feet, Abed head cheese wouldn't make it into most Americans' diet. Culturally, they just seem gross. TBF. It's not like pork even tastes that good. I didn't grow up eating it. I've tried it. It tastes bland and the texture is weird. The only good thing about bacon is the smoke and the salt. Not eating pork is a greater part of their Muslim identity than not drinking alcohol. Since they often grow up in societies, or at least families, households, where pork is not eaten and is considered unclean, a lot of them develop a visceral reaction to it. I have a friend from Pakistan who doesn't believe in Islam at all, but she still refuses to eat pork because it puts her off. Every religion has this behavior. People who have certain rules they refuse to follow and others they can ignore if they want. I know lots of Muslims that will give their left nut for a nice big BLT sandwich. It's like the big ol' gay taboo in different religions. But I know lots of right-wing Christian and Muslim anti-gay people who actively have sex with men, but make up every excuse in the world to deny it's actually gay sex. Many will say it's not gay as long as you don't admit to being gay, or that the other person was gay but not them. Some of the more insane versions claim that sex with a child, boy or girl, is okay because they haven't reached the age of adulthood according to their religion. Humans are fickle and freaky creatures, and it gets passed on to the religions and beliefs we carry with us. Because it's the easy one. And because they're human, they are always struggling with the restrictions of their faith versus their earthly desires. Do you ask the same question about your Christian or Jewish friends? I don't know, why did my Catholic roommate have her boyfriend move in, have premarital sex and perform sodomy and one another? I'm sure there were other things she wasn't abiding by either. It's a tale old of time. Someone created religion to control people. It was the government before modern times. People continue to follow these books. The Bible has been changed several times to fit the current agenda and copyright laws.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Hypocrisy is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.